Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another night of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer. Tonight you will be, tonight this race will be commentated by myself, Zedicus, and Chico Kyun over here. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How you doing? I hope everyone's doing well. It's a pleasure always to be here. Hopefully
Yeah,
everyone's
of course.
safe.
Yeah, of course. Tonight we have a match between two pretty good friends, Ragnar and Roromaniac. I'm expecting some really high quality rando from this race, as always. These guys are, you have to be good to make it here, obviously. But these are two exceptional runners. They've been putting in a lot of work these past year and have shown some intense growth in the community. So really excited to see what they bring to the table tonight.
Definitely. Like you said, if you're at this point in the bracket, obviously you're ridiculous. And looking at the bracket there, that's all you saw was a bunch of players that are absolutely nothing less than that. So should definitely be excited or exciting. Sorry. Looks like we're starting. I see the countdown going down for Ragnar.
Yep. All right. Okay. Looks like they didn't really start with much other than the 3 starting inventory items that you're meant to start with. Maybe there's something in the GOA that could perhaps be a nice pickup. No glides at the start. That's always a little bit unfortunate. Nothing too great in the opening Pylands checks. We got a quick run, and we got the Shadow Archive Plus, which gives +3 magic and an MP Rage when equipped. So, really great accessory to have early on, especially because magic is one of the more important stats in Rando. However, again, like, you'd really want at least some good starting tools, and if they come out of Pylands dry, then that won't be looking very good at all for either racer.
Rather have push to talk on. Yeah, you're right. Also, Donald is Donalding right now with a fire, but doesn't seem to be getting in the way. Usually, sometimes it can be a nuisance for me. But
Yeah, party member attacks on the living modes can either be extremely hurtful or extremely helpful depending on their mood that day. Sometimes it will just get you killed. We got an ice cream pickup in the second room of Pridelands here. So that's TT3 access. They do need to find the picture before they get access to TT2.
Still early on, but if they do walk out without a glide, a nice little upgrade to their quick run, which is always useful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a magnet at Pride Rock as well. Now they're cooking a little bit. They're starting to get a few more things that is really nice. The magnet could really help out in worlds like LOD or OC, especially if you get the next magnet upgrade, Magnera, by finding another magnet. Okay, we also got a hint. Hint 8, Port Royal has final form. That's not. So if I were these players, I would be thinking about a town push with that hint. Actually, final form is a very powerful tool. You can get final by hard forcing it without light and darkness, or by forcing it with light and darkness. By triggering anti-form a couple of times, and you could save a lot of time if it's just chilling in PR town. From if you don't find light and darkness, at least.
Yeah, I agree. Final form definitely is obviously amazing to have super early on. Plus, we don't know how dry the seed will be movement-wise. There's been times where the only time, oh, never mind, there's a glide right before Simba. So I guess that kind of worked out. But yes, I definitely agree with the PR town push. Also, I really love these settings. I kind of haven't ran them too much recently. I kind of was only doing it when League was going, but I am a really big fan of them, especially since it's not like any other. Well, it's not like most settings where you kind of have a lot of information to go off of right off the start. You kind of have to put all that together as far as progression points is concerned. So
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
always a big fan of it, seeing it
Hmm.
unfold.
No, the progression points were definitely the big shakeup this season for the league, and um, I really like it at least. I know some people like having all the information at the start, but I think Rando is more fun whenever you don't know what's going on half the time. You know what I mean? um,
I agree. Also,
yeah.
reflect.
Yeah, we are reflecting the Halloween Town shotgun right here. So Ragna is heading counterclockwise, heading into Halloween Town, while Roro is going clockwise, heading into Disney Castle. So yeah, they're looking pretty good so far this seed, actually. Like tool wise, early glide and early magnet is very nice. Also, once Ragna finishes up the Christmas Town Square fight here, we will be seeing our first progression point hint. Roro shot getting to where that number was before he progresses in Disney Castle. Or he's just opting to not push mini, which some players don't like pushing mini because it can be a little bit slow. However, you do get a couple of progression points by doing mouse push plus or repeat. So it's really a split decision among the community whether or not Timeless River is really worth it.
Yeah, it's always been a scary one. I think a lot scarier in the past with different settings, but that's not the case here. As far as these ones are concerned, the progression points that it gives obviously super super good. But we'll see. Maybe we'll head back, or not. Maybe at the end of the shotgun. Who knows?
Wow, Ragna got another glide on level 9, so Ragna currently has level 2 movement all the way through except Quick Run, which is level 3. Roro should also be picking up that glide on levels shortly, so their movement is very, very good.
And we were concerned when they first started.
Yeah, really. Just how things work out sometimes.
Also, the world reveal, the world that never was a 10.
Ooh. So 10s can be a little bit scary because each, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, each important check has a point value tied to it. So when we see a 10, it's either a 7 and a 3, which is a magic / money pouch or a report, or 2 5s. And 5s can be second chance once more, summons, or the proof. And that can be that can be pretty scary if it's 2 5. Speaking of 5s, we got proof of non-existence in synth. Lucid crystals, and I believe that said lucid stones. It was another lucid item. I couldn't quite catch it in time. But lucid crystals are, at least if you know where they get them, are very easy. They're off of Neo Shadows. Now, this would disincentivize these runners from quick running Roxas if they know that Neo Shadows drop lucid crystals. Or sorry, progressing past Zigbar, actually. That's what I should be saying, because you want to push past Roxas. So quick running Roxas early is good, because in the room after Roxas there were Neo Shadows spawn in great amounts. So you'll want to definitely keep that in mind when you're thinking about synthing the proof. Probably going to want to farm one if you don't pick one up naturally. Oh, okay, it was Lucid Shard, which is pretty easy. I believe those are
Be the rabbit dog and
yeah, the rabid dogs, which are also here in OC. So if they want, they can get this proof on synth pretty early, and I would definitely I wouldn't necessarily play around the synth proof too much because that can hurt you in the long run. But what you could do is keep those in the back of your mind. Okay, I know I don't want to progress past Zigbar unless I have a Lucid Crystal in my inventory, and I know I don't want to push OC too far without getting a Lucid Shard. And again, they can pick these up organically in chests, or they can farm them off of these enemies that are in these locations.
One thing that I personally appreciate a lot more now than ever compared to in the past is Lucky Luckies, and I know that they did find one in Pride Lands, so maybe that'll help out a bit.
Oh yeah, and I believe Goofy started with a Lucky Lucky as well.
It's solid. It's good.
Also, Final was in the first 3 checks of PR. That is insane. That is so good. So we see Ragnar and Izzy Castle now. Let's see if he opts to go push the mouse or if he opts not to. Again, that's 2 progression points, but again, some people just believe that Timeless River is a very slow play, so they might not do it even though it does give progression points. Kind of like the same way how doing torn pages as you get them versus just doing them whenever you have more because of the progression point values. So Ragnar is going to be pushing the mouse here. You'll see that he's going to get Minnie up against the wall here and just walk into Minnie and push her along the wall. He will have to stop occasionally to use the Mini RC because otherwise she will get displaced when she fires her Pearl.
I agree with the Mini Escort push. I'm just the personal big fan of it. I kind of always have been.
Oh, me too.
It's nice, right? It's nice.
Mhm.
It's nice in Timeless River. The weather's nice. Pete's kind of a nuisance, but other than that, you know, I like the feeling of keeping it safe. You know, just in case maybe there's something crazy back there that might give us that advantage, or
Absolutely
on a bad day or a good one, approve or something super early. So I definitely agree with this. And then the points are just a bonus. So I think,
of course.
Okay, it was picture.
Picture, Proudfang, and Identity Disc were in the shop.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there are always going to be 3 random visit unlocks in the shop. So the Proudfang probably won't be used unless it gets hinted later that it has like a 9 or a 5 in it, and the 9 might not even be pushed until very late into the seed. Identity Disc could be good if they want to push SP2 whenever you got that hinted, but the big thing there is the picture, because I believe with the picture that's TT3 access, considering they found the ice cream in Pride Lands, correct?
Yeah, they found ice cream very early.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we do have a 5 in Timeless River. Second chance. It's another one down off the list. And a pretty decent report there on Roro's side saying that LOD has Stitch. Another 5 that can be accounted for. So, nice. Decent information.
So Ragnar's going to bully old Pete here with Reflect. You pretty much knock him up in the air, and then right next to where he lands, you cast Reflect, and that'll deal a ton of damage when he lands. And with Ragnar's magic stat, that will just melt him.
Yeah, it looks good, the seed. The magic stat, that is. I know they had a couple of items. I think they got a Shade Archive really early, but still, really good magic stat overall so far, at least early on. And LOD becoming revealed to us now, with a hint along to go with it.
Right, so we know that because of the information Roro has from Space Paranoids, I believe, when he picked up that report. We know that LOD is a 14 with Stitch. So Stitch is 5 points, take away 5 from 19, which we know from Ragnar's side. It's 14 points. It can either be a 9 and a 5, or it can be a 7 and a 7. So pretty dicey number there. Like 14s are always really ambiguous, and you don't usually push them until later on in the scene when you're running out of options. Also, Zach brought up something really interesting. There was a Lucid Crystal in TR, so now I believe Ragnar does not have to farm Lucid Crystals in the world that never was. Also, another Reflect in Agrabah. That's very nice. It's Reflera.
I see 3 reflects on Roro's tracker.
Oh, yes, actually. Wait, no, that's Final Form in PR.
Oh, it's like,
yeah.
It's deceiving.
Yeah, I thought the same thing too, and I had to like catch myself, like, oh wait, yeah, that's Final Form, because the way Roro has his icons is that he's using the classic icon layout, so everything's just a orb, and sometimes the icons can be pretty similar.
I've been fooled.
So seeing a double aggro push here. This is a pretty dangerous place, all things considered. Sometimes, like this room can be pretty dangerous. Valley of Stone can be pretty dangerous. Roro just picked up a hint saying OC has skill in crossbones. So if they ever need PR2 access, they know where to go. We also got another report saying 100 Acre Wood has Sword of the Ancestor. That could matter considering that LOD is a 19. Again, we don't know if that's a 7 and 7 or a 9 and a 5 just yet. So perhaps that Sword of the Ancestor could come into play at some point.
One thing I am liking about this seed so far, if I was a player in it, is answering reports really early. They're always so nice in these settings, not only because reports give you a free progression point, but I think it just helps so much just mathematically get rid of so many different, numeric combinations for certain worlds just because you're able to get rid of those threes. It just helps so much. So I love a seed to see a seed with a bit of reports being found early on.
Oh, absolutely. Early reports are such a strong knowledge check, like especially because they all have to be first visits, right? And the thing is that I don't believe you've mentioned it is that each report gives 1 progression point. So each time you find a report, that's just another free progression point you get for finding that report.
Yeah, I think 13 is a number that I've really been liking in these settings for like early worlds, just because it's either a 733 or a 553. It's kind of like, well, worst case scenario, I get 2 reports. That obviously would not be the best, but that's like double XP weekend on progression points right there, like in a world.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
So something I don't believe we mentioned is that the third world that was revealed was Agrabah, and Agrabah does have a 5 pass taboo. That's a guaranteed 5.
Yeah, it always sucks when you evade Agrabah for so long and then the missing one, is just right outside of treasure room, like right before the 4th fight. It's always funny to see those play out. Hurts a bit, but hopefully not today. But yes, there's a 5. Trinity Limit being picked up as well in Twilight Town. Very useful just in general across the board. Oh, and Battlefield of War in right before Bailey. So another world unlock item.
Okay. So yeah, that's OC2 access if they ever need it. Roro is opting to do the Bailey. So Roro's tools for this fight, he has Blizzard and Thunder, which is really nice. However, and lacking the second magnet to really make this fight go fast. Magnera just shreds this fight super hard. Reflect is also really nice here as well. If you time your reflect to when the samurai hit you, you can get a ton of AoE damage. So Ragna is choosing the level final form up on the station fight.
Yeah, unfortunately can't get too much levels right now because I believe final form is the only form available, so you can only get it up to level 3. But final form levels are final form levels, and came with a reflect and a blizzard as well after the train station fight. So we will see if the tower push, if we are graced to see the tower, that is
Finishing plus.
The little thing. I love it.
So finishing plus is a really important ability to high level players because that can enable you to do so many things. That can enable a magnet explosion. That can enable Roxas and Zigbar loops. Like, it's such a great tool to have.
It's definitely a bad day without one, to say the least. Also, Beast Castle, another world that's kind of do I stay, do I go? Personally, I like to stay, but we will see what Roro does.
So Roro is heading to the West Hall first before going to the East Wing where Bell is, and okay, he's taking okay, so that tells me that he's going to come back and push the wardrobe because he's taking those 2 chests, and he's heading this way to get Bell's room and the East Wing chests, and then he's going to pick up the last couple of chests in the West Wing after the cutscene plays, so he doesn't have to go back. And we have our first proof.
Wow! Oh, wow!
And the membership hallway.
What a juicy, juicy hallway. Yeah, usually you see players go to the left side of Beast Castle first if they plan on leaving, but we are back. We are waking up. Oh, actually, we don't wake up the wardrobe no more. She seems very good now.
Alright, so a lot just got opened up for that. So if I was in Roro's position, I'd be pretty scared right now, in all honesty. Because you just picked up a proof, you know there's a proof in synth, and you are picking up materials for the thing you need to synth anyways. So, like, you're not too far off from being in go mode.
Yeah.
Like, all that's left is just that third proof, and that can be chilling anywhere. The one that never was is a 10. That could be 2 5s, and one of those could be the proof. Yeah, and it can also be 7-3, which would probably play into these players' favor, because obviously the later you can do the world that never was, the better. But it doesn't always pan out that way. So if I'm in Roro's position, I'd be thinking about the world that never was.
Yeah, I think it's just a question of, oh wow, Flare Force. I didn't notice that was a thing. It just is a question of how much is Roro comfortable with doing before making that push all the way. We are 18 minutes in game time.
Exactly.
So it is a bit early, but sooner than later always, doesn't hurt, especially, yeah, like you mentioned, that entire situation with the 2 proofs. We'll see how much he tries to do.
So something I'd like to point out here is that Roro actually left after doing Thresholder. This is a play that we've seen a couple of players do throughout the tournament. And the reason I think they choose to do this is, instead of getting the progression point on Beast and pushing through it, is because of the situation that they get put in right before or right after Thresholder. So in Roro's position, he picked up a proof earlier in BC and got the 2 progression points on Thresholder, and is like, okay, I know that I might be pressed for time here now, and this last proof can be anywhere, really. So, because of that, I want to make sure that I shotgun Twilight Town, get all these Twilight Town checks, get my final levels, and then go to other places where the proof could easily be before I choose to push the rest of Beast Castle.
I agree with what you said a little bit ago, backtracking, saying that if you were Roro, you definitely would be, a little bit concerned, and that definitely is something I would feel. The easier checks, gotta get them done, like you said, Twilight Town. Beast Castle does kind of suck after Thresholder, just because of the minigame.
Yeah, that too.
Roro was the one that did not do Disney Castle as well either, correct? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not sure. So that's also, if that might be in the back of his mind. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So Ragnar just sent the proof in synth. Got that taken care of. He is still missing the Beast Castle proof. It's only a matter of time before he finds it, though. So this is still anyone's race to take. We're probably going to see Roro push up the tower here. And, Ragnar is hitting the Beast Castle right now. Okay. So, yeah. Ragnar is also about to have the sirens go off after he finds the second proof here. And start thinking about what he needs to do next, and, like, what easy places he has left to check before going into the world that never was. Personally, I think the target locations for these players that neither of them have really checked so far is Port Royal Town and Hollow Bastion 2. Port Royal Town, because it's very fast. You have a good magic stat. It will not take very long to get up to the minute fight, and you stop at the minute fight, because obviously the minute fight takes a minute. That's a very big time commitment. And then Hollow Bastion 2, you have the membership card from Beast Castle, right? Well, Ragnar's about to get it, and Roro already has it. That is a lot of checks between the start of HB2 to the Corridors fight. And again, that's another opportunity for a proof. That's an opportunity to get more tools for the World That Never Was climb, in case the proof is in the World That Never Was.
Now, I am curious to see how Ragnar feels about Beast Castle as far as post Thresholder.
Yeah, he could choose to push all the way up to Beast. Beast does give 1 progression point, and those are okay. Let's count here. So there's 3 checks in the dungeon room. There's 1 check in between the West Hall and the dungeon. Then there's 2 checks before Beast, and then there's a check on Beast and a check after Beast. So that's 8 checks, right? If I counted correctly.
It's a lot. It's a really good amount.
Yeah. I could be thinking about that and opt to go through it, despite Roro opting not to. Oh no, we have our first death here from Ragna.
It is unfortunate. Yeah, that is a lot of checks, and the vibes are nice here right now in Beast Castle. We got a proof of membership card so far. Let it rock. We'll see. All right, cleaning up what was left behind of Thresholder. Another world reveal. Oh, well, actually, Roro has the STT one, but that is quite an interesting one for Simulated Twilight Town being a 3. Nothing quite special there. Probably not going to see anyone step any foot there. But for being what it is, it's another report that you can be taking accountability for. So that's always nice as well.
Right, for sure. So this was another play I didn't consider that is also very good. Roro is pushing TT3. Back in the day, like in way earlier seasons of the league when we were using different hint systems, TT3 was always the play you would rush because you would get so many levels, there's so many checks in TT3, and yeah, it's just a good place to be all around. So yeah, I really like this from Roro. I wouldn't be surprised if we went to Hollow Bastion 2 after this. Maybe we do see him push town if he's really hurting for tools at this point. But I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him go to the world that never was after HB2.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I really enjoy about World Unlock items is that going back to when you look back in the day, it was always, you know, the Smart Play, Twilight Town, Hollow Bash, and those are the 2 main areas. But, you know, when you have those kind of worlds locked behind certain things, it makes routing and decision making a lot more in depth and not so linear. But it's funny that, you know, when you have those world items and you do have them, it's always still the good tried and true to stick to those roots of check density and just the what's the word I'm looking for? The aid, I guess, for lack of better words, that these worlds give you, as we see right now, getting levels in the subway. Just in general, these worlds are very useful. So it's funny that it's always going to be something good to do, no matter what.
Right. So Ragnar just picked up an amazing hint saying that Feather Charm is into the world that never was. So we now know that the world that never was is indeed 2 5s, and one of the 5s is unhinted. That's dangerous. We got Limit Form in TT3 as well. That is such a great tool to pick up. It's going to make a lot of the fights in the world that never was faster, should Roro opt to do that soon.
Yeah, that double 5, the world that never was, definitely spooky. And I also saw an experience boost picked up in Beast Room, and with Final Form and a Fire, that could be a good recipe here in the world that never was.
Boy. We have all of the forms in Twilight Town. We got Limit, we got Master. Alright, Ragnar is going to opt for HB2 now. This makes sense. Oh no, Ragnar hasn't even done HB1 yet.
That is HB1.
Yeah, so he's probably gonna go back and do HB2 after after a Doom Bailey fight.
Roro going the distance right now in Twilight Town.
Mm-hmm. Roro has a plan and he's sticking to this. I really like this. He's going to get a ton of levels from the mansion fight here, and also a good hefty chunk of progression points. Space Paranoid has been revealed for Ragna, and it is a 10. Again, it could be another 5/5 or it can be a 7/3.
Unfortunate death on Roro's side. We got one on each side now.
Mm-hmm.
Equal things out a little bit.
All right. We have Roro utilizing Duct Flare in this mansion fight. Gives him iframes, so it's super safe. Duct Flare also deals a ton of damage. So there's that. And then we see Ragna heading into HB2. Okay, Roro's going to use some limit form here for more iframes again. He's playing this very safe, which I like. Another Duct Flare. Alright, Roro's going to wait out the Samurai's attack here. Oh, you gotta be careful. Okay, yep. Donald getting the pick up there for Roro. Coming with the assist and getting a fire for his efforts. This TT just keeps on giving.
Yes, it does. I believe Roro, I think, got like 5 levels on that fight.
Yeah.
A little bit of magic and strength boost, but other than that, nothing too amazing. But, you know, we take those.
Yeah, he has 29 strength, 30 magic right now, which is pretty good. Another, all 3 fires were in Twilight Town. That is crazy. Alright, we're opting a little bit off of these Dragoons. Just a little bit more. Oh, be careful. Okay. Now, as for this Hollow Bastion, we got a money pouch so far, and that's about it. So, curious to see if we see a corridors fight push here from Ragna. You don't really see that too often nowadays because after corridors fight, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you can do shotgun of core, and that's about it. Unless you want to commit to the dancer fight, or even try your hand at core. And Roro keeps killing these nobodies and keeps trying to gain more and more levels. Just trying to get above the damage for the world that never was. Oh, he got grabbed and died. Oh.
Yeah, that is unfortunate, but this final form, Firaga, is definitely going to be a big help going forward.
Absolutely. Alright, so we have the core shotgun from Ragna. This is a little bit dangerous because of the ghosts here. They can just completely mess up your day if they choose to.
I think all of the enemies here in the entrance to core deserve a raise. They all do such a great job at killing Sora.
Yeah, really. They do not hold back, that's for sure. We got torn pages in core. Okay.
Could be useful.
Yeah, Roro is currently leveling.
I feel like it's been a while for me personally at least, that I've seen someone level grind in uh, Mansion, but I just feel like that's due to world unlocks.
Yeah, it's definitely a due to world unlock kind of thing. It's a case by case basis, really. Roman stats are looking pretty good. 41 strength. I mean, 41 magic in final form is nothing to sneeze at. That's a very, very great stat to have. And he's still going. He's still leveling. He's probably gonna do one more rotation here and then maybe make his way towards the world that never was. Tell you this much, he's not missing much by going to this HP because HP is really holding out right now.
Yeah, there's a very big, vast emptiness there. I would be quite annoyed.
Yeah, Roro is now above the 4 in the world that never was, but he's still gonna keep going. I respect it. He wants to make sure he's buffed so he can get through the world that never was really quickly. I don't know if he's still gonna quick run Roxas or not. I don't know how confident Roro is in his Roxas fight. But I wouldn't be surprised if we did see something done to Roxas, this, whether it be quick run or something else, like really soon. Oh my goodness, the proof is on levels. Oh my goodness.
What a day to be Roro.
Wow. So Roro's only missing the synth proof, which he just needs to farm Lucy charts for, which I already know see. And Roro knows. And Ragnar is probably going to start grinding levels here in SP soon as well. He's doing the mini game. He has experience boost. And he has final form, so we can definitely see some big level ups here.
10 levels behind finding the proof, but yeah, that experience boost is going to be definitely a humongous help.
Oh no. Okay, Ragnar's gonna go to Twilight Town instead. Okay. I guess he just felt like he missed the shotgun and wanted the shotgun there just in case and be safe. Still though, this could end up hurting Ragnar in the long term here. He could EXP boost off of these next couple of fights and EXP boost in the mansion, which Roro was not able to do.
I honestly can't believe that.
Yeah, the proof on levels.
Yeah, just a quick little pop-up. Hey, there you go. All your hard work's paid off.
There's the proof of non-existence for Roro.
All 3 proofs have been acquired. There's only one place left to go if you are Roro. The first obstacle is Roxas.
Okay, so Roro's going to level up limit form off of these shadows here real quick. And this will... What I think he's going to try and do is he's just going to try and limit form Roxas to death. That's what I would assume if he's leveling limit before Roxas. He can get it all the way up to level 5 as well.
Man, so how about that Hollow Bastion?
Yeah, that Hollow Bastion was just complete bait. That's really unfortunate. It gave like nothing to. It was tragic.
Yeah,
I feel like
I felt pain for that.
Yeah, that's Ragnar objectively made a good decision and got punished for it. Now he's behind Roro here in the world that never was. Roro is taking his time to make sure that he can get through the world that never was at his own pace with his levels and whatever other means necessary. Ragnar may not take the time to really go out of his way to make sure he gets the limit form for Roxas or get the little bit of extra XP Roro might have gotten. Well, he needs to for the proof, but other than that, like, we probably won't see Ragnar making too much of a detour to be prepared for this world that never was.
I imagine we'll see a couple good levels being obtained here with this experience boost that Ragnar has on the mansion fight. But as we pan over now to the first fight in the world that never was on Roro's end.
Okay, what's Roro's plan here? Okay, so he's gonna reflect. Okay, so Roro doesn't actually know like a fast loop for Roxas, but he does know that he needs to keep Roxas's RV on the ground. Well, he needs to not hit Roxas's RV on the ground for him to do his Blitzping attack and retaliate. Alright, so now Roro's gonna go into the limit form and try and finish off the entire fight here with this one limit form combo. Just a bunch of R's. And he should go for his Zantetsuken here next. Oh no, he's not. He's gonna go for a Ragnarok. This is gonna force Roxas to do his Keyblade combo on the ground again. Roro's gonna pop another elixir. Go into a Trinity, and this should be a very clean fight from Roro. There we go.
Oh, look at the Hollow Bastion reveal is a 12.
Yikes.
So it does have a 5, but not the one that Ragnar's looking for.
Ragnar might get baited by that 12.
That'd be
it's
heartbreaking.
not out of the realm of possibility.
That would be heartbreaking
if he's not going to get levels here. We're picking up chicken. Checking synth one more time for good measure, just in case there's any useful pickups in there. There are not that he can synth.
Also, Ragnar is level grinding.
Oh, okay, this could be close.
This could be.
Okay.
This could also make Hollow Bastion Ragnar's least favorite world in the whole game, honestly.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, Ragnar is one level away.
Yeah, that's the proof.
Mm-hmm. Right, there it is.
Wow.
I feel like what this seed demonstrated was it demonstrated why TT3 was such a strong play in the past.
Keep it simple, right? Yeah, just keep it classy.
So both players have a very similar tool set, but the big difference is that Ragnar does have a money pouch. So he is going to get some ethers here. Also, Roro stopping to go kill things in Halloween Town? I guess he wanted his drive back for Zigbar. Yeah. Okay. Yep, and summon Chicken Little going here. So Ragnar is one fight behind Roro right now. Let's see how far Ragnar can catch up.
Depth, if any at all, on both players' sides are going to be a humongous deal.
Oh, Ragnar got Roxas to DM. This is very slow. So Roxas is a pretty long DM where you have to dodge these light orbs and then hope that he doesn't just destroy you out of the DM. Alright, so going for an Rs combo here into a Ragnarok. This is going to force Roxas to retaliate. He's going to pop another Ether. Probably guard this attack right here. Go for another Zantetsuken combo into a... Okay, he's not going to do the Zantetsuken, but he is getting a Ragnarok again, and that will kill Roxas with the very high magic stat that Ragnar has. And that was also a very clean, very fast Roxas.
That was good. Roro taking on Zigbar, the second fight in the world that never was. As Ragnar follows shortly behind, still trying to close the gap, but this fight is seeming to be just as quick as Ragnar's Roxas.
Oh, yes indeed. That was a very fast Zigbar. Roro taking the time to make sure that he had more materials for this is definitely helping him out here. And we're going to need to get some more EXP off of these nobodies here. You know, it's not out of the realm of possibility to see a sub 1 hour loadless here from either player. Like, they have about 19.5 in-game time to climb the world that never was and finish the game. Okay, we're taking off high jump. High jump is not an ability you really want for Luxor because of the strats that you usually use against him. So the Luxor fight is pretty simple on paper, but he can be very, very annoying depending on how his RNG wants to play out. So he's going to turn you into the dice at the start. You need to hop back and then start running into him. And then that should deplete your dice form. And then pretty much what you want to do the entire fight is just hit Luxor with aerial hits. And then reflect his minigame, or if he jumps away, try to get him into this aerial hit loop again. So, yeah, the RNG that Roro really wants here is he wants Luxor to play the minigame every time, or sometimes he's going to jump away like this and like ruin everything.
All right, Ragna taking on Xigbar now. A little bit of a sketchy start. Pushed Xigbar, you know, got him a little bit too upset. Starting to act up a bit really early on in the fight. Only into his 3rd life bar and is already doing Xigbar things that you definitely don't want to be seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, gonna have to go for a little bit of a later room change now that he's hit a certain point of Xigbar's HP. But good old classic.
He's gonna force a DM here. Ragna is.
Yeah, it's getting scary.
Oh yeah, there's the death. Mm-hmm.
That hurts. Yeah.
And we might see a DM skip here from Roro on Luxord. So you can skip Luxord's DM by using limit form here and just whacking him a ton of times. And yeah, very, very clean fights all around from Roro so far in this world that never was. Unfortunately, cannot be said the same for Ragna. He did get DM'd against Roxas. After the DM, the fight went really well. And then took a death on Xigbar so far. So yeah, Roro is currently ahead by 2 fights now because of the death that Ragna had.
We're gonna have to wait to see until we get there because the first wall in the way is Xigbar for Ragna, but I do think Ragna has aerial spiral, which does help a bit during Luxord, but that aid will be given once we get past this guy first. Roro on Syax now. A relatively straightforward fight, but things can go wrong.
All right, very clean sides from Roro. Roro has had a near perfect world that never was so far.
And then an unfortunate DM.
Yeah, and then Ragnar just dies. This is not looking too good for Ragnar right now. And Ragnar's gonna buy his ethers. Yeah, Roro skipping these chests in the room before Xemnas. Makes sense. He does have about everything he needs to beat the game. Pick up the lucky chest right here.
The chest before that one had explosion, but it's alright.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
That's a little bit unfortunate. He might go back down for it once the enemy layout changes after defeating Xemnas.
All right, third time is the charm, so they say.
Okay. Got the Duck Flare coming out here. This should be it for Ragna. Yeah. Oh no! Sigmar broke out! Okay, this is so sketchy. He got action loop. He got action loop. That is insane. Alright. That is some insane luck right there.
Yeah, count your blessings.
The game really was like, you already died twice. You don't need to die a third time.
Let me cut you a break. Let me cut you a break.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to what you said earlier, at this rate, I do think maybe at least Roro will get a sub 1 hour in game.
Mm-hmm. He's playing on fire right now. There it goes. All these fights have been super clean from Roro. Like, very little mistakes. Getting through all these fights without taking a death. I think he did die once on his way to Xemnas, but that's about it. But he is short on items, which could be a huge problem, which is why he's going to go back in and try and get as much money as he possibly can, selling all of this junk in his inventory.
All of his own and all of his friends' belongings. Feed the ether addiction. Never mind.
He's just going to sell the one thing and yeah. He probably could have sneezed out one more ether if he sold all of the 10 money junk items. Which, that could make a huge difference.
There was a money pouch found. It was
in a Hollow
Bastion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Roro's in the final fights. We, I think because of his item situation, he should have went back for the explosion. Because it's only going to help him in engine core here. Without items and without Chicken Little explosion and engine core, he's going to be hurting so bad, actually.
Well, I was kidding. I don't know if there was explosion in that chest.
Oh, okay. I thought you were... Okay. I saw that he died on the way up to Xemnas, and I thought he picked it up and didn't pick it back up. Okay. Alright, never mind then. He's still struggling here. Oh, the unfortunate Luxor DM for Ragnar here as well, because of the Ragnarok not taking care of it. All right, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Like this engine core right now for Roro seems really sketchy. Like he has like no ethers, so he has to like use all these physical combos to take out these nobodies, which have a ton of health, and he's just praying Chicken does his job.
Sorry, there's a lot of background noise here, so I was muted for a bit. But yeah, the
There you
chicken. I mean, summons sometimes get really lazy in this game, man. All of them, they're all guilty of it. But Roro does have Final Form and Firaga, which would also be not a horrible option here on Engine Core, I don't think.
I think he's trying to save as much resources as possible. He might have. Let's see. Let me look at Ragnar's drive real quick, because if Ragnar has 8 drive, then oh, never mind. Okay, yeah, he's just opting for Chicken Little here instead of Final Form. Yeah, maybe he's scared that he'll run out of magic too quickly in Final Form for the fight, and because he'd run out of magic, he wouldn't really have the safety net that Chicken would provide otherwise. It's hard to say.
And Roro is counting the ethers that he has. So, yeah, magic. Conserving your magic definitely is going to be a big thing for him. Oh, I didn't see how many he went in with. But an unfortunate death. Oh, celebrity appearance for Mickey this seed. Ragna taking down Syax. Still working their way up this tower.
All right. Xemnas down. Now we got Armored 2. Now, Rover should have enough magic to get through this fight perfectly fine. So you shouldn't have to worry about item conservation too much. And Rover's playing this super safe. He's not doing any finishers on Armored Xemnas, just these slide dash hits. The coax Armored Xemnas into using his slash attack or his barrier to reflect it.
Yeah, in situations like this where the stakes are very high, you know, the nerves are probably bumping a little bit, I'd imagine. And there is just naturally, just by design, quite a few things that can go wrong against Armored Xemnas too. For whatever reason, he just has a bunch of invisible walls around him.
Mm-hmm.
I like keeping it safe, keeping it guaranteed.
All right, this should be Xemnas 1 down for Ragna. Yep. Okay. Just ran out of drive though. Oh, Rover actually did pop his elixir on Armored 1 on Armored 2.
Scary, scary decision there. Not gonna have that for Final Xemnas now.
He wanted the magic to be safe and finish out the fight. He did have to go session for an emergency there.
So I'm not sure what Roro's item slots are looking like, but here we are entering Final Xemnas now with a great lead, I might add, between the two racers on Roro's side.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, he has MP Rage on, I think.
Oh, okay. Got blasted there by his Xemnas. Okay.
Which, if you're Roro in this situation, MP Rage is definitely going to help.
Mm-hmm. No second chance or once more to really make the best of it, though. Oh man, okay, this is where it gets dicey. Ragna is in final fights.
So you just gotta take a little breath, relax, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't get overwhelmed.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I like the pause buffering. Xemnas
Mhm.
can be kind of rude after his initial set of vines. Pause buffering there just to be able to react to whatever he ends up doing. More of a sound cue than anything else, but good stuff there, staying alive. 3 life bars left. 4, technically.
I think Roro is trying to get in a position here so he can use Limit Form and try and finish the fight with Limit. Okay, never mind. He got Laser Phase. So this could be pretty bad for Roro. We are talking about his item management here. It seems like he has... It seems like he tossed an Ether.
Okay. He does have
Oh, he does have a Mega Elixir and 2 Ethers. Okay, he should be fine.
Yeah, I imagine any Reflect here into session will kill. Uh-oh. Staying in the initial session.
No finisher. Okay.
He is on the dry form tab. Little things like that can go overlooked. Okay, cool.
He went back.
We're good. Oh.
Oh, okay. This could be it.
It's looking like it, is it?
And he got the dome skip. Roro.
GG's. 57:29 loadless.
Yep, that's sub 1 hour loadless.
So the race is now officially over as Ragna's time just hit the 57:29 mark.
Oh man, what a race!
Definitely an interesting one. Did not expect the proof of connection to pop up where it did. It was quite funny at the time when it did. Yeah, very. It's always that's another thing with synth, right? That's one of the newer things that has been added into this season of League is the synth. And man, when you have even just one proof there, is just so insane to change the way you approach a seed.
Yeah, it's basically as if you're having a proof in your back pocket.
Essentially, yeah, that's exactly what it is, which is always really, really scary to think about. But I think both players played it really well. A little bit of an unfortunate fight against Zigbar on Ragna's end, but you know what happens to everybody, especially in situations like this when the stakes are so high and the environment is as intense as it gets. But good stuff to Roro closing it out in a really good fashion. Played amazing both ends. It was really a good race to watch. But we could take a look over here at the top 16 bracket. On winner's side, we got Dewey and Ragnoth, Mega Slim waiting for the winner of Lord Raiden and Corey. And then Ninten BD, VG Master waiting for the winner of, or the loser, sorry, of Mega Slim and whoever Mega Slim plays. And then Ragna moving down, Roro moving up to play Equations now on the lower end of the losers bracket. AK Short Stack and Sonic to play the winner of Dragon Blast. So really, really interesting bracket shaping up here. And not a single name there is anything to be slouching on, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, all that being said, we have no more other races to be restreamed tonight, so this is it for us. Thank you guys for watching. It was an amazing showing from both of these players. It's such a shame that Ragna is did not finish, but otherwise, great play all around. And we will see you guys next time there's a restream. Be sure to check out the KH2FM, our Discord from when the next race is going to go live. And yeah, I'm Zedicus, and
Chico, thank you guys so much for the opportunity and the time. Everyone stay safe. Have a good rest of your night. Take care of yourselves. And be sure to keep staying up to date with the league because it's going to be nothing but amazing races going forward.